Yo, what is going on, everyone in crypto space? So today I came across a pretty significant piece of information showing that Ripple is now being integrated with actual interbank networking systems. Because as you may know, there is not just Swift. Although Swift is probably the biggest interbank messaging system in the world, there is Swift, SEPA, ACH, and a multiplicity of other smaller messaging systems that are used within these banking systems. So there is a company, or as you might say, a software solution called TAS or TAS, what do you want to call it? Called Task Group, and they essentially provide a software to where you can integrate all of these different platforms and they can send and receive money within each other. For example, this slide does give the example of I don't know where exactly says it on here. It says it somewhere in the PDF. I'll link it in the description. It does say, like, essentially an ACH payment can be accepted to a customer that is using SEPA. So it kind of provides some interoperability, like, through the inefficient systems to try to make them a little more efficient. So let me go ahead. Let me show you the very significant piece of info. First thing I do want to point out that is funny. I really found this hilarious. It says Swift certified interfaces, and it says real time. That's hilarious. And what's also funny is Swift, they're now calling themselves like SwiftNet, which is obviously derived from RippleNet, so they are just really hanging on to what they got left because they ain't gonna last much longer. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. I forget who posted on Twitter, but I did give him credit in the stream. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. You can see right here we get a little infograph here, and it shows the TAS network gateway, the 3.0 gateway architecture, or infrastructure, if you will, and then it provides applications for payments, collections, treasury, and some other applications that may be used through these networks. And it shows that the networks that are going to be provided on this new 3.0 infrastructure is going to be EBICS, SwiftNet, and CNET, as well as Ripple. So now this company that is providing an interbank solution across all these inefficiencies are now going to add Ripple to the bunch, to where essentially a bank can operate on CNET, SwiftNet, EBICS, or Ripple. I find that very significant, and maybe Ripple could somehow, some way work alongside Swift, kind of maybe steal all their clients. But no, probably not. That's a little more speculation, but it seems like this network gateway provided by Task Group is going to essentially just be like where a bank gets a bunch of options for what they want to do for payments depending on the aspect of the payment. And to where if banks can get a batch of these different payment options to use through the Task network, they can actually see that, okay, we use CNET, 2-day settlement, SwiftNet, 5-day settlement, EBICS, let's say 3-day settlement. I'm just kind of guessing off the top of my head because they're all pre-funded systems. But then Ripple, banks can end up using Ripple and seeing these payments go through in a matter of minutes and go, wow, wait, we're saving a lot of money on this and we're getting these faster payments. What's the point of using the rest of these payment options? That's where Ripple is kind of slowly making its way into interbank communication. So that's why the Task Network Gateway, adding Ripple to the batch of networks, I find that amazing. Now let's give you guys a little more information on the Task Group. They're actually a pretty significant company. They have over 100 million cards managed internationally. They're present in 7 countries with over 150 clients in the world. I heard someone saying in the stream today, I saw in the chat, like, oh, 150 clients, that's not much. But with Task working with like large banks and institutions, 150 clients is quite a lot. And also they are the biggest payment carrier in Europe. They have over 100 financial institutions use Task capital market solutions. And their solutions adopted by large utility companies and public sector entities. So these are the possibilities of entities that we have potentially using the Ripple platform. So essentially what this really is just another way for banks to discover Ripple, essentially, and I find that amazing. And the last thing on this app I did want to show was that aside from Ripple being a partner, they are also partnered with IBM, Oracle, HP, MasterCard, and actually Visa, some of the significant names out there. And I'm sure the rest of these companies listed, they are significant as well. But yeah, the main ones here being Visa, MasterCard, and IBM actually working with this company that can now potentially have the access to the Ripple technology. So that is one very significant thing I saw today. The other thing, I just want to show you guys 2 more pieces of info while we're on the video, essentially. DCEX, they actually do now have, look at all of these XRP pairs. That is just beautiful. There, we got so many pairs of the XRP. I cannot wait to see the volume kick up in those pairs and get XRP as a base currency. Next thing I do want to show is kind of hinting towards the Quidax exchange actually being integrated with XRapid. Now, Quidax, they are, or however you pronounce that, they actually do have XRP as a base currency as well, and they do operate in Nigeria. And what's interesting is somebody actually mentions, Leo mentions Nigeria is one of the top countries in incoming remittances. You should consider becoming an XRapid partner and help people in Nigeria receive and send money 40 to 70% cheaper and faster. And they respond with, we are closer than you think. So potentially one of the new exchanges down the pipeline for being an XRapid partner, forced for banks to source liquidity from these exchanges. And I'll tell you what, these exchanges are going to get a big volume boost and a lot more revenue opportunities by letting banks source liquidity from them. So thank you guys for tuning in this video. I really wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. I know it was part of the stream, but it was part of a 48-minute archive video. So I really wanted to show this to you guys because I do think this is very significant. This is another way for Ripple to be marketed to these banks. Again, like I mentioned in my Brad Garlinghouse interview highlight video, is that there's a potential to where the XRP ecosystem could grow so big that it starts to naturally become adopted without Ripple having to do any of this marketing. And that could be one of the ways that Ripple markets itself, is through these little network solutions for interbanking network gateways. So I'm glad to see Ripple is now one of the options compared to SwiftNet on the TAS network gateway, and some of their clients, big clients like Visa, MasterCard, IBM, and HP, especially Visa and MasterCard. That's going to be actually very significant and a good way for these companies to discover Ripple. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, check the links in the description if you want to support the channel, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video or stream. And I do stream every single day at 10:25 a.m. PST every single day. So, by the way, next week we will be doing a little giveaway, so make sure to stay tuned for that. We just crossed 18,500 subscribers, soon at 19,000. We're going to do something pretty big for 20K. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.